I played with marbles as a kid, so I always thought there were famous marbles in a museum somewhere called the Elgin Marbles. I was a stupid kid.
I was going to say, I wish I hadn't asked you.
Well, I was a stupid kid.
With new taxes on Werther's Originals,
I've not really.
Sudoku, lawn bowls, and get our
The second then you had me, but the second you had me then.
I mean, Starmer, does he have a publicity department that just says to him, I think if you do this, people think you're even shitter? How does he stagger from one stupid situation to another?
Because he believes in it. This is all far left ideology. He believes in it. He believes we never should have an empire. We never should have colonialism. We should not have those things in our museums. Now, the Elgin, do you know much about the Elgin marbles?
Yeah, I know the name after Lord Elgin, who found got them. They're
Awesome.
Yeah, because they were just lying around, weren't they? They were basically decaying. They'd folded. It was like, it's giving body to us.
So when I was a kid, the Elgin marbles I'd heard about. I thought they were marbles because I played with marbles as a kid. So I always thought there were famous marbles in a museum somewhere called the Elgin Marbles. I was a stupid kid.
I was going to say, I wish I hadn't asked you.
Well, I was a stupid kid, but then I found out Elgin marbles were
I look at them when I go to the British.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic. They're
like a frieze.
Yes.
They're like a frieze from the top of the Parthenon or whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly, yeah. So they're the carvings that were at the top of the Parthenon in Athens on the big rocky outcrop. Elgin bought them. I mean, at that time then, I think the country was part of the Ottoman Empire run by the Turks. Legal government. He bought them. Legally bought them. The government in Athens at the time signed off the deal, and the London government signed off the deal. He bought them. He then brought them back to the UK. I remember reading something. They were stored in a wooden shed somewhere. That's what happened to them at the time. He brought them back.
They're stored in a wooden shed in Greece.
Yes.
So.
He brought them back to the UK. When he was dying, or he died, or before he died, he sold them to the museum. Not to make a profit, because he was in debt. So he got his money back or whatever. And so they were purchased. They weren't looted. We didn't run Greece ever. He was a guest there, but actually bought something off the just government.
Yeah.
They belong to him. They belong to us. Obviously, I don't blame the Greeks going, we'd like them back actually. Oh no, you sold them.
Yeah.
You personally did sell them as an individual, but your government at the time sold them. We own them. End of story. That's it. If you play nice, we might loan them to you every now and again. But even I wouldn't do that because I don't think we'd get them back. So I wouldn't even do that. We need to send a message. These are ours. Everything in the British Museum is ours. Even if we stole it, they're ours. Have you heard of something called the Benin Bronzes?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. So the Benin, I believe, are a tribe in Nigeria, somewhere around there.
It's actually a country in Sub-Saharan country called Benin, next to Togo. I've been there.
Oh, is that a country?
Yeah. It's a country, Benin. Yeah.
Right.
It's next to Togo.
Right.
When you're passing from Benin to Togo, going into Nigeria. When I made that trip recently.
Right. Okay. Get it. Anyway, it's in Africa.
They've got lots of voodoo there.
Yeah.
We went into a voodoo market.
Well, the king at the time of the transatlantic slave trade earned that much money. He commissioned those bronzes to be made. He commissioned them out of slave money, and they want those bronzes back now because it's part of their culture. A German museum gave their bronzes back, and they disappeared.
Yes, I heard this. Yeah.
They gave them to the royal family or the museum, and they've been sold, or they're gone. So we should never give them back. We've got things in museums that belong to us now. That's the end of it. But Kier Starmer would like to give them all back.
Yes. At the same time as he was showing the Greek Prime Minister the Elgin marble, saying, you can have these back, mates. A 99-year-old woman turned up from Canada. Have you heard about this? So she's a British woman. She travelled from Canada, which is 8,000 miles or something. It's still not. I mean, it's hard when you're 99 to travel 8,000 miles, Nick, as you probably know.
This episode all about how they got my age. Are they working on that TUI flight soon? Would you like a drink?
She traveled from Canada. Nice. It's hard to do that with a petition, because apparently if you live in Canada abroad, but you're a British pensioner, you don't get your full pension. So it's something like that. It's to do with the fact she's not been getting a full pension, basically. So she had a petition signed by a bunch of other old people who getting suited down quick love, like, turned up at 10 Downing Street. Starmer didn't even meet stuff. I mean, why would you not, for the sake of a couple of seconds, just pop out, shake your hand, take the petition, and pop back in again?
Because that would set a precedent. So you got to do it every time someone turns up at 10 Downing Street. And people then would go, like, we need to have that petition in. You're not going to do it, Joey, because you're 17. Let's get your great-great-grand to do it because she's 93. She's in a wheelchair. She's got dementia. Excellent. It would set the precedence of stunts to hand petitions into Downing Street. So I sort of get that.
No, I think that's false. I'm sure Boris Johnson would have met her. The fact she's 19.
Boris Johnson would have slept with her.
The fact she's 99 is germane to the age is germane to the petition because it's to do with pensioners.
But it's the age that gets the press attention.
Yes.
So people will just twist it to fit their agenda, to get their petitions handed to the Prime Minister. I understand why.
No, they'd actually let her go to the front door. So that she'd been let through the security and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So she handed it in, just not to the Prime Minister.
On the basis that they get that far, they don't let that many people get that far, but they let her get that far. Why then couldn't he just shake her hand?
I don't want my Prime Ministers opening the door, taking petitions. They're too busy for that. He's got shit to give away.
You've heard it here first, folks. This is what will happen when Nick gets into power. Little old ladies will be shoved out of the way as they walk to. And the attack on old people continues now with new taxes on Werther's Originals.
I've not really.
Sudoku, lawn bowls, and Garvations.
For a second, then you had me. For a second, you had me then. I thought you were going to say there's some... You had me then.